It is my pleasure to welcome you all here to witness yet again the generosity of the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, as a check will be presented this morning towards the multi-channel data center. We will also witness a public expression, again, of our government's gratitude to the ROCT for this type of deep cooperation. On this note, I will invite Ambassador to give a few words.
It's really my great pleasure and honor to attend this ceremony. On behalf of the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, I would like to present the Cooperation Fund amounted $2,381,000 EC dollars, which is about 885,722 US dollars and 79 cents to the government of St. Lucia. This disbursement is for the second phase of Multi-Channel Data Center Program, MCDC. It is also to my knowledge that the MCDC program has four major components. The first one is communications management, which includes integrated citizen contact center and broadcast content monitoring system. The second one is data center, carrying hosting services, computer systems and applications, and data storage and backup. The third one is information and knowledge management. Those are electronic document and records management system and the digitization center. The last component is asset management, including technology management, fleet monitoring, and tracking system. The aim of the MCDC program is to advance the use of ICT in the effort toward public sector modernization and overall economic and social development. On January 22nd this year, we had the pleasure and honor to witness the official opening of the Digitization Center, which was under the first phase of the MCDC program. We are delighted to learn that this project has helped accelerate the digitization of records and provide a relatively limitless capacity for storage and backup information. In closing, it is my firm belief that this MCDC program will be a very good example of our joint efforts to benefit people and further strengthen the relationship between St. Lucia and the Republic of China, Taiwan. I thank you.
I've attended quite a few of these Cheque presentation ceremonies. This is the first one that I've had the pleasure of speaking at it. And it's good because it means that there's something coming to the ministry that I have been given the responsibility for by the Prime Minister. So I take this honor with great humility. The MCDC that we will be receiving a check for today, as explained by Ambassador Chang, has several components. One of them we've implemented already, which is a digitization center, which is looking to digitize all of government records so that we can reduce on the large volumes of paper that are being stored in every single government ministry, but also allowing for easy retrieval and indexing of that information by other government agencies and by members of the public. This second component really will be doing two major activities for us. One is financing the government contact center, the government call center, which really will be a 311 number that anyone can call to get information on government. So it will localize all of government information in one place, and it will be supported by a very robust database so that someone calling to get information on a particular ministry, when they call 311, not only will be directed, if necessary, to the point ministry, the point person in the ministry, but will have an array of information at their disposal that should allow them to give quite a bit of information to members of the public who are seeking that information. So the 311 center will be a very important one for us, and I think it will also combine some of the services being offered right now by the Tourist Board in its call center. So there'll be some synergies and some consolidation. The other one is a vehicle tracking system, which we will be inaugurating next week, Tuesday, I think it is, which will see the installation of GPS tracking devices in all government ministries that will allow us to cut down on the wastage that takes place, give us a better management of our fleet, determine how well we're utilizing energy and how efficient that fleet is being used. It will also be accompanied by a policy on the use of those vehicles, of which I'll say a little bit more next week when we launch it. But that, together with the electronic document and record management system, which Ambassador Chang spoke of, will also cut down on something that is very vexing for us in the public service, and that is the delivery of mail right now in government. What you have is individual ministries giving their drivers to take 1 or 2 pieces of mail from ministry to ministry in SUVs, and that, you can imagine the cost of that on a daily basis when you have SUVs crisscrossing the city, delivering mail from one ministry to another, and that's been going on ad infinitum. With the electronic document record management system, we will see a lot of those documents now being delivered electronically rather than hard copy that is traversing the city of St. Lucia, so city of Castries, sorry. So we should see significant savings from government for it. So I'd just like to thank the ambassador for this expression of goodwill on behalf of his government, and also to tell you that on Wednesday we will be formalizing this arrangement with the signing of a memorandum of understanding between ROC, the Republic of China and Taiwan, and the government of St. Lucia on cooperation on ICT matters, which will really set the framework. And that MOU has been endorsed by the Cabinet, and that MOU will set the pace for the work that we will do between our governments in ICT. So, Ambassador, thank you very much, and we look forward to further collaboration.
On behalf of the government and people of St. Lucia, may I extend thanks and appreciation to the government and people of the Republic of China and Taiwan for their continued support for the multi-channel data center project being implemented by St. Lucia's Ministry of Public Service, Information and Broadcasting. We are pleased to receive the second tranche of funds for this 3-year project in the amount of US dollars $885,722.79 for the continuation of this project. This project was devised as part of the public sector modernization thrust of this government. This aims to modernize the delivery of public services as well as to improve the efficiency of government operations. This most recent tranche brings total disbursement to 79.4% of the approved project sum of US dollars $2.5 million, with the first or mobilization sum of US dollars $1,100,000 being made available on March 26, 2013. You will agree that this is a lot of money, and so I am anxious to see the results, and I will be watching very closely what is happening in the public service as a result. I am told that we are beginning to see some fruit being borne by the public sector modernization unit. One area that comes to mind is with the Registry of Civil Status. In conjunction with the Ministry for Legal Affairs, we are finally witnessing a smoother delivery of service by that agency. Of course, the nature of news tends to focus on the negative. You tend not to hear when things go well, only when they go bad. However, I was pleased to read on social media someone praising the speedy service they received. I hope this is a trend towards a new quality of service delivery. Recently, through this project, the government opened a digitization center to begin bringing into electronic form the boxes and rows of government information. What will eventually result in a digital library which will expand access of the general population, researchers as well as technocrats. Government is looking at reconfiguring its communications management and may soon be in a position to speak to this. We have made good strides in establishing a government call center to expand the access of the everyday citizen to information and government services. We will soon be in a position to make the use of government vehicles more accountable through a fleet tracking system, as the Minister of the Public Service just explained. And so, like you, Ambassador, as the Minister for Finance with a huge fiscal deficit to cut, I am anxious to see the improvements that come by this thrust in public sector modernization. We must begin to use technology to reduce costs of operations. It is so obvious now that we must begin to automate. We must begin to leverage technology to be more accountable. This must be a year for changing our processes, looking critically at what works, what doesn't work, and what can work much better. So, Your Excellency, despite all that might be said in some misinformed quarters, these ceremonies with the presence of the Office of the Accountant General shows to the people of St. Lucia at regular intervals how much is being received and what it is meant to achieve. Once again, Ambassador, I thank you and the efforts of your embassy in ensuring that these funds are made available for the benefit of the people of St. Lucia. Thank you, and I wish you a good day. Thank you very much.